sooner that a potential that the cycle move has ticked over from wave 2 until wave 3. I won't go into all the details because it'll probably be a little bit boring for you, but Sentient Trader works out much quicker when the wave has moved from wave 1 into wave 2, and from wave 2 into wave 3, and of course from 3 into wave 4. What does that mean? It means that you can make much better and more timeous trading decisions. It's not something that you can really see just by looking at it, but if you if you're working with Sentient Trader on a real-time basis, you're going to find that that the trading has improved. We have been and are still running extensive tests on this whole process, and we tested the difference between the previous version, which was 2.3, and this version 2.5, and the improvement has been significant. The performance on the trading results, real-time trading results, of course, you can see a glimpse of those trading results in the live analysis system that we have running. That's one of our test systems that we have made public, and the difference in performance has been really impressive. The performance is improved by anything from sort of 30% to 60% improvement, depending what cycle you're talking about and all that kind of thing. But there has been a really big improvement. So that's a feature, or it's a feature improvement that we're really pleased about. It's something you can't see, but I know that as you start working with it, you're going to find that that those trading decisions that you're getting from Sentient Trader are going to be significantly better and improved. Right, let's. The next feature is something that we have been beta testing for several months, but it is now available in this version of the software, and that is something called a trade path. What is a trade path? Well, let me view the trade paths and explain them to you. These are the trade paths for all the trades that have been taken on this particular chart. What is a trade path? A trade path is an indication of your profit and loss on every bar of the trade. Okay, we called it a trade path because it's sort of the path of your equity through each one of your trades. Okay, now trade paths it might take me a little while to explain, but I think you'll agree it's a really exciting new feature. First of all, there are 5 tabs up at the top, and the first tab shows you all your trades. The second tab shows you your wave 1 trades, all of them, if you are trading using Sentient Trading methodology. The trade path process or feature is only available for Sentient Trading methodology. Those are all our wave 1 trades. Here are all our wave 2 trades, wave 3 trades, and wave 4 trades. Okay, let's go back to the all trades tab and just have a look at it, and let me point out a few things. First of all, what are the 2 axes? Well, the x-axis along the bottom here is measuring bars, okay, from 0 bars all the way up to our longest trade in this particular trade history looks like about 57 bars. Okay, so that's the number of bars. It's a time scale, of course, which is what you would be used to. The y-axis is percentage profit. So the blue line at the middle is your break-even point for any particular trade, and up above here is a positive zone. In other words, you are making a profit, and down here, I shouldn't have drawn a minus sign. That's a 0. Down here is your negative territory, where you are losing money. Okay, and each one of these lines and dots represent a trade. Let me clear my whiteboard. one of these lines and dots represent a trade. Now at the bottom there are various buttons so that you can filter what you're seeing. So let's do that. Let's first of all see only our winning trades, and let me go to a simpler tab, such as the wave 4 trades. These are the wave 4 trades that were taken on this chart. As you can see, there weren't very many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, a really lucky number of trades, are wave 4 trades. Okay. Each one of these green dots represents a winning trade. In other words, it ended up in profit. If I click on that dot, then you can see that the green and red lines that lead to that green dot are highlighted. What do those green and red lines mean? Well, those green and red lines are what we call the trade path. So, for each bar, this is the most profitable. The green line represents the most profitable level, equity level for that particular bar. Okay, so and the red line is the worst losing levels. In other words, the red line is your drawdown on this trade. Okay, so the trade closed out at this level over here. It closed out with an 8.2% profit on the trade. Okay, if we go back to bar number 4, for instance, here's bar number 4. Then during that bar, and this is a daily chart, so during that bar we reached a total level, as you can see if you bring it back to the price chart, we reached a level of 5% profit. That was our best position during that bar, during that day. However, we also during that day dropped down to about 1.5% profit. So during that bar, our trade ranged between a profit level of 1.5% and about 5%. Okay, I hope this is making sense. So as you can see, there are a green and a red line representing the best and the worst profit positions for each and every trade. Okay, so and Luca asks why the line doesn't start from 0. I'm going to explain that in a moment. So you can view your individual trades by clicking on each one of these dots. Each one of these dots is, of course, one particular trade. Okay, I've selected to show only winning trades. I could select to show only losing trades. It's very important, of course, to study your losing trades, to know why you're losing money and so on and so forth. Okay. And you can show all trades. So now we can see all trades. Best, if you click on the best button, then you only see the green lines, not the red lines. Okay, so you can see only your best position. If you select worst, then you can see only the red lines. So you see your worst position, your worst profit position during each and every bar. And of course, if you select both, which is the default, then you see the green and red lines, both of them together. Now, in answer to Luca's question, and I haven't explained yet what the number of bars are. And let me see if I can demonstrate something else here. Yes, here we go. There is a winning trade that only starts on bar 13 and ends on bar 17. Okay, why is that? And what are all the numbers? I see a question from Bruce. Are the individual trades further identified? No, they're not, Bruce. At present, they're not. It might be an interesting feature to add to this whole process. This whole trade path feature of Sentient Trader is fairly new in Sentient Trader's sort of group of features. So we'd be very interested in your feedback and other suggestions for what we can do. So it might be useful to be able to further identify those particular trades as you suggest. Right. What are the bar numbers, and why does this trade start at bar 13? Okay. Well, the bar numbers actually start not from the beginning of the trade. And it's very important that you understand this. The bar numbers start from the beginning of the wave that you are trading. And there's a very good reason for that. Okay. What happens when you enter, in this example, we're looking at a wave 4 trade. When you enter a wave 4 trade, if you're really sharp and you're really good and your timing is perfect, then you will get in right at the beginning of the trade, okay, or on bar 1 of the trade, okay. If you wait a little bit and you're a little more cautious, you're still entering a wave 4 trade, but you might enter on bar 3 or bar 4 of the wave. Okay. Now, the trade paths are not measured from the bar that you enter, because the bar that you enter in cyclical terms is actually fairly arbitrary. Not arbitrary, but in cyclical terms is arbitrary. It's very important to you as a trader. But because of course, if you're a more cautious trader, you will only get in on bar 4, 5, or 6, or 7 of a particular wave. Okay, so your trading style will determine which bar of a particular wave you'll tend to enter. Okay, Sentient Trader, of course, trades quite aggressively, so it will often enter really early on bar 1, 2, or 3 of a particular wave's move. Most people don't have the risk tolerance to be able to trade that aggressively, so they'll be entering their trades a bit later in the wave. But what's important is the shape of your trades for each particular wave. That's what this is all about. Okay, so this particular trade that I have highlighted here, as you can see, was only entered on wave on bar 13, as you can see, because the path only starts here on bar 13, on bar 13 of the wave wave 4. Okay, so most people, and this is the 40-day cycle that we're trading. So most people would say that bar 13 is much too late to enter a wave 4 trade, and I must say I'd be inclined to agree.